Hi, my name is Ray, and if you haven't watched one of my videos yet before, welcome to my living room. Today I'm going to teach you a basic yoga series, and it'll focus around practicing how to do Tadasana pose. Tadasana, or mountain pose, as it's translated from Sanskrit, helps us come back to that foundational space. So it's a great pose that we use in yoga asana for coming in back and finding your center and transitioning to other poses. So what we'll do today is build up that pose to start, taking and connecting in with our breath and our body, and then from there add in a few poses for movement. For the practice today, you just need an open, clear area. So I have set up my living room space. You do not need a yoga mat if you don't have one, and you will not need any blocks or any other type of props for today's practice. So we'll go ahead and get started. Give yourself a little bit of space if you're doing this next to a friend or a sibling, and then find yourself in a standing position. So go ahead and get any wiggles out as we start to get settled into our body. Tadasana, again, is translated as mountain pose. So we'll be setting up that foundation in our legs. And then today I want to find that balance between that foundation in our legs and just some lightness and lengthening in our upper body. So to start for Tadasana, bring your legs together to touch. Your feet may or may not touch. In my body, they don't touch. It makes it more uncomfortable, but you may find that it's really great feeling. And then go ahead and close your eyes or just have a soft gaze and notice where the feet land. Where is your weight in your feet? Is it shifted to the back? Maybe you're leaning more towards one side. You don't have to change it, just simply notice where you land in your body. Then go ahead and start to move around the surface of, or the bottom part of your foot. So coming back and forward, maybe shifting the weight from side to side. You can go all the way around. It's okay to lose a little balance here, picking up your toes, and even coming all the way into your toes, standing up on your tiptoes. It's probably going to be a little wobbly. And just shift that weight around. And then when you're ready, go ahead and find a place where you feel yourself connecting to your whole foot on the ground. Feeling from the tip of the big toe all the way to the back of the heel. From the pinky toe side all the way to the opposite end, the big toe side. Now we're going to keep this connection to the ground, this rooted in feeling. If you want, you can imagine yourself as a tree growing roots all the way down into the core of the earth, the deepest part of the earth, and expanding yourself all the way up and out. And then we're going to grow our bodies long. So imagine yourself growing up through your calf, the bottom part of that leg, all the way up into the kneecaps. Maybe you can flex and release your kneecaps to feel your upper thighs come a little bit more on board. They might start talking to you a bit. And keep that strength building into those quads, growing long through our femur bones. Our femur goes from our kneecap all the way up to our hip joints here, the longest bone in our bodies. Can you feel yourself grow long in that part of our body? And now we're going to go ahead and hold into this connection of strength, strong, connective feeling all the way to that core of the earth. And then finding lightness and length in our upper body. Can you think about coming up and out of your pelvis, out of the hip sockets, and maybe even wiggle a little bit there to find some release of tension. And draw up. Expand about into your chest and heart area, and relaxing your arms down by your sides, releasing down in your arms. Just connect with that soft, subtle calm feeling in your upper body. And take a moment to notice your face. Are you clenching your jaw? Maybe you're furrowing your eyebrow. That's what I do a lot. You can rub it out. You can rub your jaw a little bit. Maybe move it side to side, out and in. Just relaxing those muscles. We don't often need our face muscles to do work, but we engage them anyway. So as we go through, you can think about where we are actually working and how you can release those face muscles. This is Tadasana, building up that strength, finding that length in our body and the softness. From here, we're going to bring in some movement. So go ahead and on the inhale, reach your arms up. And hands together. Bring hands to your heart. And release down by your sides. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release down to your sides. One more time, a big inhale. Inhale up. Connect the hands. Release on the exhale down. And then down to your sides. We're going to add a little bit more movement here. If you need to take a little wiggle, go ahead and do so. And then find yourself back in that place of strength and connection as well as lightness. We're going to inhale both arms up. And then take one arm and drop it down by your side. And then imagine yourself holding something heavy in your hand. It could be a book, it could be a hand weight, anything that helps you imagine yourself being pulled to the ground. Allow that to pull you down and up and over the side. Reaching long, getting that stretch in our side bodies. And inhale to come up. Relax the other arm down and bring this one back up. Imagine that weight, that pulling energy down into the ground as you reach over. Keep breathing here. As you feel that stretch, maybe you can go one more inch deeper. And inhale to come back up. And release back down. Now we're going to go ahead and take our hands to our shoulders. We're going to do some twisting here. So go ahead and keep both hands on your shoulders. Take a big inhale. And twist your torso around to the right side. You don't have to twist too far. You don't have to keep twerking all the way over, just until you feel that twist in your spine. Inhale and come back to center. Maybe you need to wiggle, release anything. We're going to inhale again. Exhale, twist to the left side. And then come back to center. Release your arms down. Maybe move them around. All right, next we're going to teach you how to do Utkatasana pose, which means fierce or awkward pose. I'm going to turn my body to the side so you can see it a little better in my body. This pose can actually be practiced with feet somewhat more apart if you want, or if you want to feel the challenge and the difference, you can practice in that Tadasana leg stance with the legs together. I'll go ahead and show that version of you today, and then we'll practice the other parts and the other parts of our body. So to start, we'll go ahead. I'm going to turn to the side, but just so you can see my body, but you can stand forward. So feet can be, or legs can be together or hip distance apart, just a little bit of space between, maybe about a foot space in between your feet. And then what we'll do is shift the hips back and bend into the knees and bring the hands to the hips to help you sort of feel that energy coming back. And then as we did in Tadasana pose, we're going to pull in all that energy and that strength. You can really feel your legs activating here. and hold that as we reach our arms to the heart center. And using your breath, can you find that softness, that connection and the calmness in your upper body as you feel your lower body working? Can you find that softness in your face? Is your jaw clenching to help you stay here? Maybe you can sink down just a little bit lower, keep your chest up a little bit higher. If you want an extra challenge, you can reach your arms forward, shoot all of that energy forward, and inhale, and push your way all the way back to standing. And then I'll do one more pose with you, and it'll be a fun little balance pose for challenge, and we'll do each side. So go ahead and find yourself back in that Tadasana pose, and we're gonna just take let's do the right leg first, and turn it to the side so that you're standing on your tiptoes and the knee is pointing out a little bit like a diagonal. And then slide the foot in here to your ankle, and then you can slide it up as far as you want on your leg until you can feel that balance. If you notice, my hip is poking out a little bit on the other side, so I'm going to draw that in and really feel that energy just in this one leg. And you can keep your hands on your hips, or you can bring them to heart center. Breathing in and out. And release your leg down. I'm going to find that on the second side. So you're going to turn your leg out on that diagonal, and then draw it into your ankle. And you can stay here, or you can draw your leg up, or your foot up, and then keep that leg from poking out by drawing in the hip, reaching, getting long, and you can bring your hands to heart center. And relax down. And we'll take one big inhale in and out together, reaching arms above head to close practice. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and release down. Thank you so much for joining and watching this video. Tadasana is a great pose if you're feeling a little wild or overwhelmed by anything. And you can come into that pose to help you find center and connection with your body. I'll be doing some more videos in the future, so stay tuned for more yoga practice and different poses. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.